Am I sat on a higher chair than you?
Not sure.
Sit up.
Hand coming out.
Yes, come on. Sit up straight.
So, welcome to Ian O'Clock. It's my first project in the new art shed.
Ta-da!
Today is going to be a brilliant day because I've got three fantastic products to show you that all work together beautifully. I've been saving these for the past 3 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks. So, it's a veritable butterfly bonanza. So, let's get cracking then. Okay, so okay. Start again.
Whose teeth have you got in?
I'm not sure. Okay. Well, it's my first Ian O'Clock since we've moved. So I've got a bit of shed illness at the moment.
Yes, we're in the art shed.
And if you listen, you can hear
raining.
the delicate sound of a bank holiday.
An Easter bank holiday. Yes.
Yeah.
It's raining, which is traditional.
Yes. So I want to share with you 3 new products today, but they all go together. So they're like is it a trio? Trio 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
A trio of loveliness.
A triptych.
A triptych.
A
So
triptych of loveliness.
I'll start with the Opulence paper pad.
Ooh.
The colours are absolutely unbelievable. The Opulence pad is based upon birds, butterflies and flowers. We all like birds, butterflies and flowers.
We certainly do.
But some of these birds and butterflies are quite strange because some of the butterflies have bird wings. They're a little bit esoteric.
Yes, they're out there.
They're out there, yes. So, I mean, look at those. I mean, next week I'm going to do a panel with one of them and do something else, but look at those.
They are beautiful, that's for sure, to quote the song.
They are. I mean, look at the detail. Look at that. Right, confession time. You do get 2 the same. Because when I was doing the artwork, I got mixed up. But they are beautiful. And that is a lovely one I'll be using next week as well. Yeah. So, I mean, you can see all the brush strokes in the little illustrations. I mean, look at that.
The colours are just real. They do pop. They really do pop.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at those.
Yeah, gorgeous petal.
I mean, they're just, you can do so much with them. Well, yeah. I mean, look at that. If you're to do a panel and use some of the new 3D butterflies today with it, it looks stunning. Stunning.
3D butterflies? Really?
Oh, I'll share those in a minute.
I like that one.
Which one? That one?
Yeah, I like the birdie because he's got like
butterfly wings as well.
Wings.
He has. I like that one.
Yeah, sunflowers, always my favourite.
Look at that, peonies.
Yeah, beautiful.
Bumblebees, they're always popular, bumblebees.
Yes.
So that's the new paper pad, that's Opulence. You'll find the link below on Mike's website, for Mike's website. Second part I want to share with you are 3D butterflies. Okay, these butterflies are not flat, but 3-dimensional. And
really?
And that's in a very 3-dimensional way. We're not talking about a little bit.
No.
We're talking about a lot. So I'll open these and show you. I'll just put that to one side. That's something else I want to share with you today.
You've been storing these up, haven't you?
I have.
Since in the few weeks that we've been off air, if you like.
I have. So, it's an A4 sheet. And as you can see, they're all laser cut, but they're in 2 halves. All the butterflies are in 2 halves. I'll just get a bit of white paper so you can see better. There we are.
Yes.
But they're all in 2 halves, as I say, and I'll show you. So, what you need to do, use them, is just pop them out of the sheet. Don't be brutal with them, you could break them, but just push lightly. You can see the little catch points. Push.
If you can't see the catch points, hold them up to a window or to a light and you'll be able to see
the points through, yeah. So, 1. There's only 3 or 4 in each, so, and they are tiny. Okay. Normally a butterfly would be like that, wouldn't it? Flat? Nah. These ones push together like that to literally form a 3-dimensional butterfly. I'll just push that onto that.
You haven't got it all the way down, have you?
No, I haven't. There we are.
And it stands up as a
stands
3D
up.
butterfly.
So So you've got to be careful when you put them together because they are quite thin. But once you get a little bit of matte medium or PVA in there, stick them on.
Any kind of school glue.
Yeah. And they become three-dimensional. We'll come back to those in a minute because I'm going to use some on the project today. Yeah. So that's how 3D they are. I mean, there's another one. I'll do another one for you. Oh, and you also get in these as well, you get monograms. You get this one.
A monogram.
2 monograms. So you get, let's just push that out there, like that. Oh yeah. You get L for love. Oh yeah.
Love.
And that's pretty. And you also get B for beautiful or B
for butterfly.
For butterfly as well.
Very nice.
Okay. But yeah, the butterflies all you do is pop them out.
So you've got different sizes on the sheet?
Yeah, they're all different on the sheet. They're not just one butterfly, they're all different sizes.
All different designs.
All different designs.
And different sizes.
Different sizes. So just push lightly, hear it come out the sheet. There we are. And these are made out of 2mm medite.
Oh, right, so you can actually cut them with scissors.
Oh yeah, you can cut them with scissors if you want. And then all we do then is we just push that into there, like that.
And there you have one 3D butterfly.
Yeah, I'll just make sure it's all locked up. There we are. That one's locked in there.
Locked in place.
Locked in there. Okay. And then there's some other ones as well. These are quite nice. These are quite tall ones. There we are.
That's pretty.
Is that the tall one I just had there? Is that one there?
That's pretty.
No, it's that one there. There are multiples of. When you slip them together, please be careful. They are quite thin. And if you force them, you'll snap them. So we're just pushing in very lightly. We line it up. So we're lining the slots up and we just push.
Push together.
Push together. So there we are. There you are.
Ta-da!
See, that's quite a long one. But I would suggest that when you make them up, you make them up first and then paint them because you're going to have real problems.
Yeah. Would you suggest adding glue onto one side as you're putting it together, or glue them together underneath? Like put a bead underneath there.
Yeah, so it just drags it along.
Yeah, I think probably afterwards, just putting a bead there just to hold it in place.
I agree. Or
if you're going to stick it onto your project or whatever.
Yeah, I'll just push that one on properly. Quite tight fit is that one. There we are. Hear it clip.
Yeah.
I think I may just have to adjust them a little bit so they're a little bit easier for you guys to do because I don't need to break them.
But they are delicate.
But they are delicate. Okay, so there's the butterflies.
Dainty.
Dainty.
Dainty butterflies.
Right, the next part is it's a filigree top box. This all goes together to form one project. 3 separate bits, but there's a little project that pulls it all through. I've just banged my elbow on the chair and it really hurts. I got bitten, everyone. Look.
Ants.
By the ants in the garden. Look at that. Horrible things. So this is a flip top box. I've already made one up so you can have a look at it. So you've got the box there. It sort of sits in there. It's like a little recess, which is really sweet. And the lid is held in place by the little lip there. But in the box, you also get one of these. So this is 3mm acrylic, brass acrylic, brass effect acrylic rather.
All gold.
All gold, yeah. I sell it as brass, but it can be brass or gold.
So does it have the protective cover on both sides when they get it?
It does. It'll have the cover on both sides when you get it. All you do is peel it off.
Just weed it.
Just weed it, yeah.
Weed it.
Just get that off there.
You need it.
The reason I leave it weeded is A, I can't be bothered,
Well, no, for
And
protection.
two, it protects it because
Protects it in transit.
it
doesn't
does.
It?
It's, you don't want to get it
Never
scratched.
admit to not being able to be bothered.
Oh, so, okay, sorry. No, so it
It's all right.
just protects it in transit then. So that will go on there like that. What we're going to do though, we're going to use the butterflies as well today. See how it's all going to go together. This.
It's all going to go together, yeah.
You'll end it with a box with all that kind of thing on. So
is that the only pattern?
no.
Oh.
Right. Okay. So one option is to have the filigree
Just as it is.
as it is. The second option, however, is personalised. So you can have any letter of the alphabet with a butterfly on the front.
As well as the front.
This one is an S for Susan Skipper. Hi, Susan. Because I know what Susan likes. I'm sorry. I know she loves butterflies, etc., as we all do. But also, I mean, the S is nice. It can be for Susan. It can be
And
for
you have one for every letter of the
every
alphabet.
letter of the alphabet. Yes. So
there's 27 options.
So Dark Fairy, there'll be one for her. There'll be one for everybody. Everybody's got initials. They can order these. What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to put that in with every kit. So you get that as one kit, and then the other kits you'll have your own personalised one to go in.
Right.
So
they'll be able to choose from a drop-down menu.
a drop-down menu on the website will say what you want. It'll be the kit, and it'll be filigree, or it'll be your initial. So it'll be A, B, C, D.
Technically a monogram.
Monogram. There won't be a picture of each one because everyone is slightly different. Because we can't do 27 photos and cut 27 out. So what should we do? Just show the monogram itself, what it's going to look like with the butterfly in it.
We could theoretically, rather than cut one out of the acrylic, we could just show an image of the monogram.
Yeah, that'd be easier, wouldn't it?
That would be easy.
Yeah. So so you can choose your own monogram, or you can go for the filigree. Okay, so let's just put all this away, and I'll be back. And I need to get myself sorted.
Tidy up. Yes.
Okay, so I've semi-tidied up.
Semi-tidied up.
Okay, so your box comes all in one sheet. So again, just push lightly and you'll hear them come out from the sheet. This is 3mm. So
this is a bit thicker.
It's a bit thicker because you need a little bit of robustness for the box.
Robustness,
yes. So that one, that's the front of the box with the little lip.
In case you're wondering, it is still raining out there.
Yeah, I think it's going to rain all day.
It's the first rain we've had really since we've been here at the house.
Yeah, it is.
So the lawn definitely needs it.
It does, absolutely. Okay, so there are two things to bear in mind when you're making the box up. I'll show you the easiest way to go about it. So if we do it this way, so we get it the right way around. There we are. Of course, the hole has to go at the back. If you do this,
I find that's the easiest way.
It's the easiest way to do it because you've got all your male and female parts, pardon the expression, all lined up. So all you have to do is just double check.
Where misses.
Where misses, yeah.
Oh. Titty, there you go. It's coming out now.
It's coming out now. Just move that over there. Now don't put my arm in it, which I will in a minute. I'm using Indigo Blues Grab and Go here. But you can use glossy accents. You can use what you want. PVA.
A glue which is formulated for wood is good when you're
using wood together. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's a bit messy because when you use a damp brush, paintbrush, just to get it off.
Have you got one?
No, but you'll have one somewhere. There we are. And myself, I use glossy accents, but I haven't got it out yet. My workshop is still all in pieces. Had a bit of a blow with the, as you probably heard in the vlog, about the cost. The cost, which was,
just a bit too much to swallow at this moment in time.
Yeah, it is with everything else going on. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll put the front up, the back up. Don't worry about the glue going everywhere. Right, this is what you have to remember now. You need to put the top in first, because it goes into the little slot there.
Rest it on there.
Rest it on there. Push down, lift it up,
and then
you just shuffle.
There you go.
There we go. So now all the pieces are in. The lid is now functional. Hinged rather than me unhinged. Okay, so a little brush, a little bit of water. And all we'll do is we'll just, can I have that bit? Oh, back's falling off. Mike, could you just pass me a piece of paper just to there we go. Just to wipe my brush on. Don't want to get water everywhere. Thank you very much. So we'll just tickle the inside. Doesn't matter. It's going to be invisible anyway, isn't it? Because it dries completely clear. But I don't want to have too much water on the wood.
So don't use your arm.
Okay.
It's not a very good idea to use your arm, is it?
No, not consider it's all covered in
insect bites.
Insect bites. Okay, so let's just turn that over. Have we got any glue anywhere else? Let's have a look. A little bit there. We are going to cover this though, so don't worry about it.
So if you've got an elastic band or something like that, you can tie it. You can put that around it just to hold it in place while the glue grabs.
Yeah, I mean I'll leave that to grab now. But in true television fashion, I'll just. Do we have any paper in here, mate? That we wiped up with? Any kitchen roll?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I'm still setting up, really. There's some wet wipes in front of you, though. Look in that
well,
box.
I'll use these wet wipes that appear to be in front of me in this blue box. Oh, it's a big day today as well, isn't it, by the way?
It is a big day today. Well, it's a big day for us, but not for anybody else. So, 26 years today.
Yeah.
That Ian and I got together.
Yes.
So it's actually our 26/1 anniversary.
Yeah. Of course, we only got married in January
last year. Yes.
So that's the box. So in true television style. So here's what I made earlier.
Proper TV style.
Voila. So I've been to my paper pack and I found a sheet that I like. I like them all, but I found this one that I like.
Is that the one that's got two of?
I think it might.
I think it is because it's the birdie with the butterfly or the dragonfly.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's quite good. That'll be good because I can use the same one on the top then. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to back it with some of this very sexy double-sided that I've got. You can always use super thick slap it on or PVA or anything of that nature. But I'm going to use
whatever you've got is fine.
Whatever you've got, yeah, use whatever you've got. I'm going to change the blade in the scalpel because it's a bit blunt wherever I put it.
You put it down, someone can't find it.
Yeah.
Tell you what, why don't you use that one instead? Oh, okay.
I found it. So I just changed blades.
That's waving blades around.
These blades, which are the non-surgical ones that we now get, are not as sharp as the surgical ones. We used to get them before. The non-surgical ones.
Just be careful.
The surgical ones rather were very, very sharp for obvious reasons. But I don't think these are.
You're cutting on the right side of the ruler there.
Yes.
One's got a metal edge, which is better for blades like scalpels.
There we are. Let's over that. There we go.
So did you just pop into the house then?
Yes.
What mum and dad doing?
Watching the telly, what do you think?
Watching TV?
Yeah.
Okay. What are they watching?
Stargate. A very old TV film. But to be honest, as long as it's got bangs, crashes, noises and bangs in it, they're quite happy.
Not the one with Kurt Russell, is it?
No, that was the film.
Ah. So this was one of the TV films they did after they'd finished the main series.
With what she called in it, the lady that I like.
Which is what, Amanda Tapping?
Yeah, that's it, yeah. You won't hear me say that very often. Right, okay. So we've now got our piece. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn it over. We're not going over all the sides because
the box isn't big enough or small enough to fit. You can't just cut out everything from one sheet.
It's a little bit too.
So you are going to have to piece it.
So I'm going to have to piece it, but
right.
I don't think it matters because you've got so many different elements.
Yeah, and also it's a 3D box anyway, so you're going to get some pieces. If you try and do it that way, it's going to be upside down.
So peel that off.
Isn't it?
Yes. So.
And you don't really want that, do you?
No. So let's have a quick look. So I think we'll have the birdies. Should we have the flower? I think we'll have the flower on the back. So we'll do it that way.
I mean, it's a Shabby Chic box anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. So if we do that, we can now see what we've got on the back. So we've got that lovely rose on that lovely lily on the back. So that is the side we are not going to use. Okay. But what I am going to do is I'm going to cut it up and I'm going to fold it under, so we've got a lip.
Okay.
So it's not just a plain. This would be ideal for, here we are, the edge of the ruler.
Because it's got a bit of a bevel edge on it.
Yeah, and there's not as much to stick to.
Very good.
Because if you put the ruler flat on it with all this sticky, it's going to be a nightmare to get
It's
off.
a sticky stick.
It is. But bearing in mind, it doesn't matter if it is if you do see a little bit of marks, because a little bit of the box through, because we are going to sand the edges. Yeah, one. And we'll line that one up to there, like that, and just cut down like that. That will line up to there.
It's a good way of doing it. I never thought of using the ruler in that way before.
Yeah, another one's come off.
Thank you for those little pieces of mini washi tape that you've just created.
Yeah. By doing it this way, the ruler isn't going to stick. Because if you get a ruler stuck with this sticky stuff we use, it doesn't come off. You're more likely to lose your fingers.
Or your fingerprints.
Fingerprints rather, not your fingers, but your fingerprints, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so
while you're doing that, I'm going to see if I can find my travel journal.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull that up to that edge. Oh yeah, like that. And because it's the polymer, it's very, 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 very sticky.
Lovely.
I'd love to be able to supply you guys with this, but we can't. It's just, yeah.
It's too heavy.
It's too far too heavy. Oh yeah, just if you see the top of my head, I do apologise. Yeah, so that's that one.
I think I've just stuck that bit upside down.
Oh, have you? Right, so I'm going to push that one up there.
I'll just show everybody what I'm doing while you're doing
Yeah.
it when you finish that.
As you see, that's not gone right the way up, but we are going to piece that. And you will not see that when we get it pieced up. Just roll it around the corner. When we've done, I'll use a bone folder just to commit it all a bit more as well. So then the back piece, we just push up to there.
There we go. Waste not, want not.
What have you done, Mike?
Well, this is my little travel journal. My little journal of nothing in particular. And I've just stuck those pieces that you just cut out just on the page there, just for a bit of background interest. Just waste not, want not.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's my little journal that I use when I'm sat waiting, like in waiting rooms or whatever.
Here's another piece for you there.
Thank you.
Okay, as you'll now see, just commit those creases. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Oh, it's just nice there.
That's that one. Just commit that one. You can always hear when it's stuck, because you hear that sort of the sticky sound of it gripping. Listen. Hang on.
You must have burnished it all down now.
Just doing it on. But then there's this one to do. So we push that down to there, and we. Right, listen. There we are. That's done that. And then just trim that little bit off there. Excuse top of the head again. I've just got to cut this little bit off the front. There we go. That one there. And then we just need to cut down now, because we need to make that little slot for that to drop
Oh
into.
yeah. Can you not just sand that out, or?
Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the edge to guide this, guide it down like that. If when we've done it, it does need to be sanded, I'll just use a little bit of the emery board.
Oh, just use the edge of the blade. That's it.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Cute.
And now that should fold
Back into
to
there.
there. And you've got that. We just need to sort this little piece out now. But because I've used that one where there's two of, I can actually use the same one again. Yeah. And what we'll do this time,
Just tidying up around them.
okay. What I want to do is I'm just going to use a small piece, probably of just up here,
To the other side.
to do that side. So it doesn't matter if it's the colour, the background colour's exactly the same,
Yeah.
and you're not going to notice. So I'll just quickly cut that off there. So I want to use that on the front.
Oh, very nice.
So a little bit more sticky icky. I do love this stuff, but what's
Wrong
it?
side.
Wrong side. Silly boy.
Oh, nearly.
That was nearly, wasn't it? Getting a bit cocky there, wasn't
Good
it?
job I'm here.
It's always a good job you're here, Mike.
Dear me.
And then do we have a sanding board anywhere, Mike? That's
I'm sure I do. Yeah.
May I borrow one? There we go.
Reach across, excuse me. Excuse fingers.
I'll just trim that one like that. And then just up that one.
Little
Right.
travel kit.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
That's got everything. Why have we got two spatulas in a travel kit? You only really need one. You
Depends
don't
whether
need
you're
two.
doing a lot of spatula in.
I think I did this was my demo kit, wasn't it?
I think it probably was.
Where did I demo? Why did I
Indigo
need it?
blue.
Might have been.
See, if we put that on there now, you're not really going to see. It's got the same sort of feel,
Well, it's the same sheet. So
same sheet. So yeah. So I'll just.
I'd be tempted to do that corner.
I agree with you. Yeah. That's the corner we'll do. I'll just trim that little bit of white off that was left from when I took it out of the pad. And I'll just lay that on and then I can cut it out while it's on the box. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll just put that on there. There we are. See, now
Yeah.
you can't really tell.
Very tell.
If anybody says anything, tell them that it was done on purpose, and they shouldn't be so picky.
Well, you could do different pieces for each side.
course
couldn't
you could.
Wanted?
Of course you could. And then I'll
You
just.
could have a different pattern on each side. It makes no difference.
There we
really.
go. Yeah. Okay, so that is the patch, but you cannot really tell. Look at that, Mike.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. So let's just give it a very light sand just to scuff the edges up a little. See what's going white there? Exactly what I want.
I mean, if you really wanted to shabby chic this up, you could actually put a very thin layer of slightly watered down white gesso, couldn't
Oh
you?
yeah.
That would give it that kind of like aged, shabby chic, chalk effect.
Yes, it would. Yeah. And the paper's pretty good for that because it's slightly resist, isn't it?
And it's uncoated,
Yeah.
so it'll hold it.
Yeah.
Listen to that rain. It's a very typical bank holiday Monday.
Oh, absolutely. And then there's no point doing those because it's all glued, is it?
Well, I would, just to, it's
Oh
it's
yeah.
all in keeping then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. This is why I need Mike, you see, ladies and gentlemen. That and he's the responsible adult.
What's that saying? In my defence, I was left unsupervised.
Yeah, in my defence, I was left unsupervised, absolutely. So, that's those. So what I'll do next, I'm just going to use a little bit of the distressing and just do the edges.
Just going to grab one of those wet wipes. I just noticed I've spilled coffee on the floor.
Oh dear,
My beautiful new laminate flooring.
Oh dear.
Oh, it would have been in 5 minutes. I've got a dirty floor already.
What you like. Just give that a run over that. There we go.
Shed proud.
Shed proud, yes. Doesn't have shed envy anymore.
Not house proud, but shed proud.
Shed proud, yeah. Oh yeah. What's nice as well is the boxes, of course, with it being laser cut, has got the slight burning on the edges.
Yes.
But that works beautifully with this because that's exactly the sort of colour we're using around the outside. There we go. This is looking beautiful. Even if I do say so myself. I'll just do round there so we haven't got a nasty white
We're not doing the
piece.
underside of the lid then?
We could paint it all out black or a dark brown, but I'm not doing the inside at this moment in time.
Right.
You could always line it with felt to make a lovely box for somebody to put something in. Oh yeah, okay, so that's that. Okay, so we've now got our box covered.
Excellent. Right,
So-
so shall we take a quick break there
Yes,
and then come back in a minute?
yep. Oh, we've missed a bit there.
And so we're back from
Right space, just turn around now. Having a bit of a sing-song here. So, I've got all the box covered. So I want to paint the top, but I only need to paint round the very outside of the top because we've got the decorative panel to go in the middle.
What did you do with the piece? Oh, it's over there.
So,
Just
so-
ignore me.
yeah, so what I'm going to do, I know I'm going to paint in about 10 mils, I think, all the way around, or about just over half an inch.
Yes. So what paint are we using?
I'm going to use Deco Art. I'm going to use dark chocolate.
So, Deco Art Americana Dark Chocolate.
There we go. The reason I'm using dark chocolate is I'm going to paint it just so it's quite dark to match the edges. If you have painted the box already, you can paint it a different colour. That's quite light actually, isn't it?
Well, you could always darken it up with a bit of black gesso
I think
if you wanted.
I don't mind the brown actually. I don't want it to be too dark. There we are. There we are. There's no
I did give you a bigger brush, you know.
You do, but I don't want to use a big brush. I don't want to get it everywhere. I do. Mind you, what I could do is that, couldn't I? Then it won't go everywhere, apart from the
Where you want it to.
very back one needs painting, but this is going to be a lot easier. Oopsie daisy. Put my finger underneath. Just don't want to get it down the sides, that's all. I want it to be quite tidy.
Mhm.
There we are. Well, listen to the rhythm of the falling rain.
Doing a lot of singing today. All
Badly.
this, you can't sing any more songs with any more than 7 seconds because otherwise you get done for copyright.
Even though you're singing them yourself?
Probably. Well, if you're not paid to use it, have you?
That's true. Yeah. As a word comes to mind.
Yeah.
There we are. Okay. Just pull that down to that, and now I'm just going to paint the edges here with the brush so I don't get it touching the edge of the box itself. That should give me plenty of room. It's actually dried a lot darker.
Yeah, it probably will do. But like I said, you could always mix a little bit of black gesso in there if you wanted a bit of a darker shade.
Oh yeah.
And white for a lighter tone.
Yeah.
Shades and tones.
There we are. Let's let that dry for a minute. I don't think it's going to take long. while that's drying, we can prepare our panel for the top then.
Yes, I haven't even got my heat gun plugged in.
I wouldn't worry about it, it's drying
I told you I
quickly.
wasn't really set up.
Drying quite quickly.
Sort of set up, but not
It
set
was
up.
my fault because I had this idea that I wanted to do, so I forced him into it. So I'll just put that there. So we have our top piece. If you've gone for a letter, your monogram, as in Sir, for Susan, or Stephanie, or Stephen,
Sheila.
or Sheila,
Yeah.
or Sandy, you'll use that. So I'm going to use the generic one. So I've already got my paper, which I know which one I'm going to use. So what I'm going to use, because I've used it on the back and the sides, I'm going to put it on there. So I think I'm going to put it so you can see just some of the birdies poking through. Right? So I'm going to put on the back of
I
there.
thought you were going to use the flower.
Oh, I was, wasn't I? Was I? Yeah, use the flower. That's better. So I'm just going to put some more sticky on the back. Okay. I'll just roughly cut this out. So I don't want to keep sticking it to my
Quickly,
hand.
roughly. Is that
Quickly,
right?
roughly.
Is that right? Deeply madly.
Madly deeply, yeah. Something like that. Just you wait till we've finished in here. I'm going to give you the frowning of your life. There we go. Put that in the bin.
Continue the research.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a little bit of the grab and go. I'm just going to put a blob in each corner and maybe a couple of blobs there. If it does come through and it goes onto the paper,
It don't matter.
it doesn't matter.
It's going to dry
It's
clear.
going to dry
There you
transparent.
go.
Just make sure I've got the right side.
Transparent.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just
What are you looking for?
a piece of
Something
paper.
to wipe the end with.
Yes, a bit of a blockage. Oh yeah. That's it. Oh, I think it's
Did you
better.
forget to close it?
I did, Mike. I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Naughty me. Don't want a lot, just a little bit on the corners.
And will it stick to the acrylic?
Yes. The grab and go will stick to acrylic and plastic, etc. It doesn't want to. We're not doing it so it's you're not going to be riving at it to pull it off. It's just
Yeah.
to hold it and keep it all in place, because we have got glue behind here.
This is true.
So
It's really just to kind of stick and hold it in place.
it is, yeah.
So it will bond it to the paper, which is
Yeah,
all you
it will.
really want it to.
It is, yeah. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and then we just want to put the. Do you think that's about right there, Mike?
From what I can see from this angle, it looks okay.
Okay, so we'll put that down onto there. Push it down, and then we'll just use the knife. Push down, and we'll just trim the edge off there. There we are. The acrylic will take stains. So if you want to stain it with any, is it an oil-based? You've got water-based paints and sprays, and you get the other type, which are permanent, which are
The solvent.
solvent-based.
So alcohol
Alcoholinks will work on this.
or oil based.
Yeah, alcoholinks. If you spray this with alcoholink, or you dab it on, or you just drop it on from the bottle, you'll get it pooling and staining,
Yeah.
and it'll look lovely.
Yeah.
Because it forms a bit of a resist, but it works. There we go.
Yeah, you can see it through.
Yeah. So if you wanted to do that, you would actually distress it all first, the metal work,
Yeah.
and then stick it on. So let's just give that a quick rub down.
Archival ink would do it.
Archival ink would, yeah, or the distress, or the mixatives that Tim Holtz used to do. They'd work, wouldn't they?
They're the alcohol inks.
Yeah, alcohol inks, yeah.
Yeah.
They'd work. Okay, so pull that off. Get the box the right way up. It's 99% dry, so we'll just audition it on the lid like that. Looks pretty darn good to me. Don't push hard, you'll snap the tabs. So just push lightly.
Note actually, when you've put the paper on the side, you've actually hidden the hinge holes.
Oh yes, I have. Yes, the invisible hinge
I've
holes.
just noticed, yeah.
Yeah,
So you can't actually tell now.
yeah. So we've got our front on.
That looks really cute.
It's really cute, isn't it? But of course, we still need our butterflies.
Right.
So
Shall
let
we
me-
just give that time to dry?
Yeah.
And then we'll come back.
Yeah, because I need to wash my tools, because if I get stuff all over Mike's brushes, he beats me viciously with a piece of wet celery and the flying goggles.
Let's not go.
Okay, so that's all nice and dry now. So we're going to do the butterflies themselves. What are we doing? We've had a quick chat. And I think we're going to do gold butterflies with highlights. So we're going to use waxes. So we're going to use the peacock and we're going to use the burgundy wax from, is it Finnabar these?
These these
Art
are
Alchemy.
Art Alchemy from Finnabar through Prima Marketing.
This one's an old sticks one.
An old Sizzix one, yeah.
Physics one, yeah. So just on the brush, and we're just going to work it in.
So which two are you going to do?
I think I'm going to do probably these two, I think.
Okay.
So, or shall I do that one?
I don't know. But make a decision quickly.
All right, I'll do, I'll do,
Why don't you do one large and one small?
yeah, okay, so I'll do that one. So, let's apply the gold.
So you put a piece of paper underneath because
If I get gold all over this mat, I get such a kick in.
you will.
So that's why I've put a piece of paper
There
underneath.
you go, you see.
I'm learning.
Well trained.
Well,
That, and it just helps. Well, putting the wax on while it's still in the sheet, you missed a hole there.
I have, haven't I? Just gotta get that out when I'll get rid of that when I.
There you go.
It also supports it all.
It does. It supports it while you're putting it on, so there's no breakage.
Because if you go to it rather heavy, you may snap them.
Yeah. And which other one are you going to do?
I think I'm going to do that one.
Yep. Okay.
So that one is that one.
And at the bottom
Those
of the sheet
two.
there, yeah.
So just work the wax in.
Yep. And of course, if you're doing wood onto wood, you don't really need to prime it.
This is another reason why we're using wax, because it's much easier. And what you will find also is, with it being wax, when you slide one on top of the other, it's going to slide in easy.
Yeah. In theory.
In theory. Oh. Nearly went on the mat then, boys and girls.
Oh, nearly. It was nearly smacked legs.
It was nearly smack leg time. Still time yet. Okay.
You could just put this on with your finger. But please wear gloves.
Yeah.
They might smell beautiful, they might look beautiful,
But they aren't
they've
made
got
of.
some vicious chemicals in these.
Okay. Do I use the
So-
same brush to put that on with?
You do not. Give me that brush here. Start contaminating my gold brush.
Okay, so can I have another brush then, please?
There.
Excuse me. Okay.
So, yeah.
Another one. So I need something to put it on. Pass me the plate if you'd be so kind.
Notice I cleaned it.
I did. We don't need a lot though, do we? Because
No,
it goes
we
a
don't.
long way. He's just trying to get it out the tube. There we are. Oh, that's a lovely colour.
Do you want to put some of the peacock on? Or are you going to do it? Are you going to do it afterwards?
No, I'll do a bit of peacock as well. That peacock is a beautiful colour.
It certainly is.
Does it go are they expensive, these waxes, Mike?
Depends where you're buying them from.
And it depends what your class is expensive. Are they the price of a small family car?
If
No.
If you're buying them in the States, then no, they're not that expensive. But if you're buying them here in the UK because they're imported from the States,
Oh yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, say no more, Mike.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tin the bottom with the wings in blue.
yes, we're living in a different reality these days.
We are boys and girls, unfortunately.
But the less said about that, the better.
Yes, don't get me started on it. Okay. There we
It's nice because you do get a little bit of a greenish tinge because the gold does mix a little bit with the blue.
A bit more on there to the bottom.
And on the other one,
Yeah.
are you doing any on the other? of the peacock?
Yeah, I think so. Just a very little piece, just at the tips, on the tips. There we go.
Because the blue does complement the blue in then and the papers as well, then, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Absolutely. Just trying to fan it out a little bit so it's not quite as there's no line on it. Oh yeah,
So
one.
of course, with this being a wax, you can let it dry, and then you can come back in with a soft cloth and just give it a gentle buff, and just bring up the shine on it a little bit.
Which is what I may do in a moment. Yeah.
Or not.
Or not, as the case may be.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And we're going to add some of the burgundy.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll need a wet wipe.
To wipe my brush.
So if you want to know how to clean wax off your brush, it's a good idea to have some isopropyl alcohol or surgical spirit or meths if you're here in the UK. That will clean wax
But
off
will
your brush.
these take wax off? These
But
wet
they do,
wipes?
yeah, because they've got certain chemicals in them which helps.
Okay, and we'll just gradually work that in.
It's a very subtle colour.
Yeah, it is. I thought I'd be subtle for a change. So I'm laughing. Boys and girls.
First time for everything. Normally Ian's about as subtle as a slice of lemon wrapped round a brick.
People know where they are with me. Oh yeah, and then just yeah, and then we'll just have a little bit just coming through.
Just through the middle, yes.
One. Okay.
The easiest from a dry brush and doing it this way. You're not letting that dry?
No, I didn't like it. Didn't like that bit on there.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, so
So we're going to let them dry for a minute.
let those
too,
dry
then.
for a minute or two, and then we'll be back.
Okay, you're going to clean the brushes.
I am, Mike. Wow, that look at that colour. That colour. Okay, so we'll just pop them out from the sheet now. So just very lightly press. I think there's 3 on each, 3 or 4 on each of the.
For the little tablets. It's pretty.
Very pretty. They feel nice as well.
Well, that's the wax, isn't it?
Yes. 1, 2.
Did you you haven't polished, have you?
I haven't polished them, no. Okay. So then that just slides into there,
Shall I pop this one out for you?
like that. Well, they stand up.
Yes?
Yes, Mike, if you'd like. Oh, they look lovely. Thank you. Uno.
Don't forget, if you don't know where the tabs are, just hold it up to the light.
And you can find the tabs.
What I'm doing now, just holding it up to the
Okay.
light, the 2 windows
Okay, so you
in
see,
the shed.
so we've got practically matching now. So that will just slide into there. Don't force them, you'll break them. That slides straight in.
Oh, look at that.
And that will slide straight in there, like that.
And don't forget, if you want to glue them together, just put a little bit of glue just
Right,
on
so
the
what I would
back.
suggest then is, once you've done that, make sure I've got some. Okay, so I would say
Just a couple, well, oh, not that much.
well, you leave that like that now, that will set,
Overkill.
won't it?
Yes, it will.
And then a little bit down the middle.
See, I would have said more like a little bit of welding, just a couple of spots.
Yeah.
To hold it in place.
I've actually missed the weld there. Yeah.
That'll do it.
So you see how it's moving it up and down?
Yeah.
If you leave those to set, you've then got a nice way to stick them on. Okay, so we're not going to wait because we haven't got time. So,
But we have.
have we?
Yeah, got loads of time.
We've got loads of time.
Yeah, so do you want to wait?
Tell you what, boys and girls, we'll wait.
Okay.
So we'll just have a quick tidy up. I'm tidying up. Tidy today. We'll find anything in a minute.
No, that's always the trick.
So right, back in 2 minutes. Okay, so we've tidied up.
And we've had a bit of a
tidy
sort
up.
of a bit of a clean up.
So you've got all those other ones then to work with on the sheet as well. You've got your B for Butterfly or B for Bernard. You've got your L for Love or L for Larry or Laura. And then you've got your other butterflies to work with as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So we were just talking about the glue. Obviously we input some of the grab and go PVA and we say, oh, we'll wait for it to dry. Don't need to wait for it to dry because we're going to stick it down using the PVA. So all you have to do is literally just...
See, you've got a bond there. Just get some on.
And the glue will, with any luck,
seep through and in.
Just drop down a little bit. There you go. That's all you're going to need.
And that one will go there. And that, see, so I've lifted that up now. You've got the glue there, but it's transparent, remember?
It will dry transparent.
So it will dry transparent.
Excellent. So now we need to leave that for, I would say, a good half an hour.
Half an hour to an hour.
And then that should theoretically hold it in place enough for you to be able to do whatever you want to afterwards.
Yeah, but I think that's really rather pretty.
It is.
It's unusual.
Yes.
I like to do unusual.
Yes. So we'll be back in a bit.
Well, we've actually left it overnight. As you can hear, the birds are tweeting and the sun, as you can hear, the sun is shining.
It is today now because the rain stopped, the sun's come out, it's the next day, Mr. Bentley's heading around doing safari in the garden and we've got the door open in the shed.
And it's all dry. I mean, look, I'm not going anywhere. So because you've got the extra stability of having a little cross section, you just put plenty of glue in there and it'll just bond. So there we go. There's the butterflies on the box. Still opens.
Lovely.
If you wanted, as we said before, you could actually line it with something. You know,
well, paint it,
line it
with papers, tissue paper, rice papers, or even velvet or fabric if you want.
Oh yeah.
And you can shabby chic the life out of this if you want to.
Splatter it, do whatever you want to do.
Absolutely, whitewash it, you name it.
I'm very pleased with that.
Yes, absolutely. So just to recap then, you have the new Opulence paper pad, the 8x8 paper pad, which are available on the website to purchase now.
Yep.
In the Ian's Emporium section of my web shop.
Yeah.
You've also got the sheet of the 2mm 3D butterflies,
which is what's left on this sheet here.
Which is absolutely beautiful.
Not forgetting,
Love
of course,
those.
you get the B for Butterfly and the L for Love as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also the actual flip-top box kit itself. So don't forget, there are 27 different options for you to choose from. The default, if you don't select a monogram, will just be this filigree one here. But otherwise, you have to select what monogram you want. There is a picture of each of the monograms so you can see what it looks like when you select the letter. So there we go. So that's really, really nice. I think Mum would like that.
Well, Mum's not called so, is she?
This one.
Yeah.
No, well, that's not on the box, is it, Ian?
No, it's not, Mike.
That's on the box.
That's on the box, Ian, yes. Yes, I think she probably would. We'll give her that. Not till we've taken photos, though.
She can keep all her gold jewellery in there.
Yeah, keep all her money and stuff.
Her jewels.
Jewels, family jewels.
Diamonds and emeralds. All one of them. Anyway. So I think that's it, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed watching, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends.
And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel already, please do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. And don't forget to hit that bell notification to make sure you get told whenever there's a new video from either me or Ian.
So pop over to Mike's website and browse the new stuff. If not, I will see you next week.
And don't forget there will be a clickable link.
Oh, very clever.
Below the video.
That's clever, isn't it?
Directly to Ian's Emporium.
Did you see what he did then? Very clever.
Click
a link. Okay then.
That's it for now.
From Bentley, Nipper, Mike and myself, bye for now.
Bye.
Listen to those birdies.
I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.